So first off, if you were talking to an up-and-coming fighter, what's the number one piece of advice you'd give them if they want to make it to the UFC and create a career out of this?
So this sport is inherently hard enough. So we always say TNT, the things that take no talent. What does that mean? Showing up on time, having the proper gear, taking care of your teammates. The little intangibles, number one, shows me that you care about the people around you, but number two, you're prioritizing our time and your time to the best of the effect. So we get guys that come in, they're 10, 15 minutes late. That's a turnoff for most of the coaches.
Oh, yeah.
Guys don't care about that stuff. So, but remember, that takes no talent to show up on time.
Yeah.
You have the best fighters in the world in this gym. That part's hard enough. Don't make it harder on yourself. So check those boxes, especially the small little things.
I love that. And for these up-and-coming guys as well, what's the most common mistake that you feel like you see with those guys that are like on the brink trying to make it that end up not making it?
I think anecdotally over the year, I've been in the game for 20 years now, there's been a shift in the understanding of your brain health. Early on, I think guys were getting rocked and hurt and dropped and knocked out in practice, and because the knowledge wasn't there for us, we were just jumping right back in and not taking the time off that we need, the proper nutrition, the creatine, the omegas, taking care of your brain health. This is a chapter of your life. This is not the entire book. So we can get you out of here with some money in your pocket, but your faculty's about you. Take care of your brain, man. I think that's the number one thing for me.
Dude, absolutely. And then last, probably most important, when you see the guys get to the top, what's the biggest thing you see that separates them from the ones who don't make it?
I think there's guys that take their foot off the gas pedal. The goal, Randy Couture told me this very early on. I think this is when he beat Tim Sylvia.
Yeah.
He always said the hardest fight of your career is your first title defense, right? And once you make it, you feel like, oh, I've arrived and I can continue doing the same things over and over. The things that I notice about high performers like Tom Brady and Kobe Bryant and guys like that is once they make it to the top, they now want to lap you.
Yeah.
They want to extend that lead. They're not going to take the foot off the gas. They're going to find other ways to be successful. So Francis, for an example, I saw him when he won the title, he started taking advantage of like jumping rope, running, little intangibles that he knew that could make him better to continue to separate himself from the pack.
Yeah. Well, man, thank you so much.
Good to see you, man. Always.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First question for you. If you're talking to an up-and-coming fighter that wants to make it to the UFC, build this into a career, what's the number one piece of advice you can give?
Number one piece of advice, and I say this to a lot of young people I know who are in MMA, is you have to have a passion for it. That is number one, because if you're just in it because it's cool and it's like, you know, the hype sport, it's not the career to go with. You know, you have to have the love and passion for it. And second of all is get as much competition experience as you can. You know, that's number one. Competition experience and fundamentals.
And competition experience, like obviously fights are one part of that, but like jiu-jitsu competitions, Muay Thai, like get into
jiu-jitsu competitions, boxing competitions, Muay Thai, wrestling. If you're in high school, get into high school wrestling. You know, hopefully you go to college wrestling. Just have all those fundamentals, because those are all going to add up for a great MMA fighter.
I couldn't agree more, man. And then what about for yourself? What do you feel like are the biggest mistakes you see in young up-and-coming fighters that maybe prevent them from getting to that level?
I think like if they're, you know, like trying to go advanced sooner than they should, I feel like they need to take their time, you know, not rush on their choices or their competition levels, you know, like slowly progress. You don't have to rush into like fighting, you know, high level right away.
Yeah, don't have to turn pro right after.
You don't have to turn pro right away, yeah. But get that experience as much as possible, the amateur level experience, because that's honestly key.
Yeah, I love that.
And then you're gonna learn to control those nerves, those the butterflies, the fight day feels a lot better on a pro day.
Once you've done this 100 times, right now it's a little easier.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that a lot. How about for yourself? What's one thing that you maybe wish you had known earlier, wish you'd started doing earlier that helps you in your career now?
I want to say maybe my high school level wrestling. I think if I was actually injured like my first year I wrestled in high school, first 2 years. So if I wish I wasn't injured, like, and I started as a freshman for sure.
I like
wrestling
that.
In high school.
I like that. And then one big one too that I think a lot of people struggle with, it's like the mental side of the game.
Yeah.
What's maybe like the biggest hurdle you've had to overcome, and what was it that helped you overcome it?
Well, on the mental side of it, if you have the finances and everything, it's good to invest in a sports psychologist. I recommend that a lot. I work with a sports psychologist, and honestly, working with him has helped me tremendously. And at first, when I started, I'm like, I don't need like anybody helping me on that side, that. But when you like battle through any type of adversity in the fight career or even in life, it never hurts to work with a professional and get help.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for doing
Appreciate
that.
it. Thank you.
For any up-and-coming fighters looking to make the UFC and build a career at this, what would the number one piece of advice be?
Be consistent, professional. It's a career that you have to commit 100% until you retire. Because it doesn't work if you just go there, make some fight. You have to go to be champion. To be champion, you have to be committed and professional in all areas. Personal. You're just not professional when you fight and when you training. When you get home too, the clothes that you wear, like, have to be healthy. Get home, don't eat fucking trash. Be professional in your diet, in sleep. It's a life commitment,
Yeah.
If you're really gonna go to this road, you have to go 100%. After you retire and make a lot of money, if you do right, you can make a lot of money.
Of course.
And then you do whatever you want next after,
Yeah.
Because it's a hard road, man.
100%.
And never quit. If you go there, there's no plan B.
I agree.
Fucking plan A until you get it.
That's one of the biggest things consistently with all these interviews we've done that I've heard is there's no plan B, consistency with everything you do, even outside of the gym. What do you feel like is the biggest mistake you see with guys coming up? People that they start hot and then they just drop off, they don't end up making it. What's the biggest mistake you see?
I think it's because they don't find a real team around you. You need a small, proper, strong team, like for example me, I have my wife, my family, I have a friends, like my friend Rafael, he comes from Germany. Every camp I have him, big, same size, good level technique, good coach Eric. Not much. If you have too much, no quality. It's small but good quality,
Small group around you.
Because I have a lot of people that want to take advantage of you, bro. Still today, Some managers that they have no idea what they're doing. They just book a fight for you and whatever, So small circle. And don't be scared to stand for yourself. Don't put your head too down, no. Your life, it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Not because this guy is a manager or famous something, you have to put your head down, no. If you want to work with me, I want to be champion. You're going to work with the future champion. Not like, okay, I do whatever. No, fuck no, I'm the fucking future champion. You want to work with me? You're the best manager in the world. So you want to work with me then, because I'm going to be the best fighter in the world.
I love that. Be able to stand up for yourself, even no matter who it is, it's still your
most of
responsibility.
many of the fight, they are so young and not much money, not much name, and they let people step on them too much. Don't let nobody step on you, even if you're nobody yet, because one day you're gonna be somebody.
Yeah, I like that. Now, how about for yourself? What's maybe something that you wish you started doing earlier, or something that's something that you wish you knew earlier in your career that helps you now?
Invest the money.
Invest the money?
Money is not for spend. For invest, make more money for you. And injury prevention.
That's big.
Every day injury prevention. Your warm-ups is supposed to be injury prevention. Neck, activate the neck, activate the shoulder, elbow, knee, ankles, and then you go. Your warm-up is like injury prevention.
Yeah.
Every day.
The warm-up and stuff like that. Don't just
Injury
jump in
prevention.
and spar. Take time to
Injury
work
prevention.
on yourself.
Yeah. You can avoid a lot of injury, and if you need a surgery, 6 months or 8 months, and sometimes you never come back 100% for a surgery.
Yeah.
You never be the same,
Yeah, work on it now so you don't have
avoid
to work
as
on
much
it
as you
after.
want. If you spend 10 minutes on injury prevention, 15 minutes every day, be professional. Come back to the gym early. Start doing your little neck and fucking everything, all joints, and you're gonna avoid surgery or something,
And it makes such a big difference too, because that does 10, 15 minutes a day, but then if you're not doing that, you have surgery, you're out for 8 months, that's 8 months.
You get
can't train,
stronger
you
too,
lose,
bro.
you gotta come
With
back.
injury prevention, you get stronger. Your neck
course.
gets stronger. Your elbows, wrists, ankles.
You know a thing or two about getting stronger.
Yeah.
Right? Man, thank you so much
Thank
for doing
you.
this. I appreciate you taking the time.
No problem, my friend.
So, first thing, if you were talking to an up-and-coming fighter, what's your number one piece of advice for someone that wants to make a career out of this?
I would say the journey is gonna be very hard, But as long as you don't give up, there is a room to grow and there is a room for success. As long as you don't give up, you stay all the way through, no matter what. If you decide to do this, you gotta go all the way through, no half cut.
What's the biggest mistake that you see young fighters making when they come in? Maybe they're talking like they're gonna, go all the way. What's the biggest mistake you see from those guys?
Yeah, just like you say, a lot of people talk too much and they don't put it in the work. They're not disciplined. And I feel like a key in this sport is consistency.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you gotta do it every day as much as you can.
Yeah.
There is not like, I'm gonna take a break today. There's not such a thing in this sport. It's all the way or not at all.
Yeah, and dude, I mean, I've been coming here for 3 years, and you're the one I see every single time I'm here, so that makes
100%.
sense.
Yeah, I'm here since day one, and all the way until today, and then I'm look forward to keep going.
Yeah. And then, what's one thing in your own career that maybe you wish you knew earlier that could have helped you as you keep growing?
I feel like if I would have known earlier, it's also very hard is to get more finishes. I feel like that's what sells the most. It sells even more than the talk.
Yeah.
As you go out there, you finish guys, and that says it all. You don't even have to talk. You don't even have to back it up with the talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect, man. I appreciate you so
sir.
much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Good seeing you again.
All right. So first off, if you're talking to an up and coming guy, they want to build a career in fighting, what's the number one piece of advice?
Number one thing I would say, work hard. That's one thing.
Pretty
stay
common
focused. Yeah, because that's the most. So I'm telling you, that's the most important thing is to stay focused and make sure you're working hard. Don't allow any other influences to keep you away from meeting your goals. Because there's been, trust me, I've been there, and it did take me away for a little bit. But then I started noticing that I can't be that way if I want to reach the top. So those are the most important things I would say to focus on.
100%. And then, actually, speaking of those influences, because that's a big one. What do you feel like? How do you feel like people can find the line between like, I need to relax a little bit, and like, versus like when it's really pulling you away? You know what I don't know if I'm framing that well, but do you know kind of know what I mean?
Because the way that I did it, I trained throughout the whole week, and then when I wanted to wind down or go hang out with friends, I would hang out with friends, but then I would know what not to do while I'm hanging out with friends, which is like seeing them smoke, seeing them drink, or anything like that, or heavy partying. I would be there with them, and I'll hang out, and once I know that they're going to do that, I kind of like step away and be in my own spot and focus on my own thing, still having fun, but then when it's time for me to go home, knowing that I got to wake up the next day and start all over again, that's what I would do.
I like that a lot because it's like, I get, you want to relax, you don't want to be like 100% dialed all the time, but it's like finding the line. And I know,
you can always hang out.
Like I know for me that was drinking. Like I hit the point where I was like, okay, if I go out drinking, it turns into a problem. So I'm like, I can still go see the people, have fun, but it's like that's where the line is. Like control. I'm not touching any alcohol because I know what it does when I touch.
It's all about control.
Yeah.
If you have self-control, you're able to.
But I like that. As long as it's not sacrificing from the goal, go have fun, but also like remember why you're here.
Yeah.
And then, what do you feel like is the biggest mistake you see from the young up and coming guys? Whether that's in training, whether that's just like mindset, lifestyle overall. The ones that don't end up making it that maybe want to. Biggest mistake you see commonly?
The biggest mistake that I see commonly is always influencers. That's the biggest mistake that I see. Like they hang out with all these people that take them away from what they are trying to, the goals that they're trying to make. And they feel like they still have to be the same person just to be with these, be friends with these people. You don't have to. If they truly care about you and truly understand where you're going, some of those people will step back and let you do whatever the fuck you want to do. Exactly. But yeah, he just threw me the fuck off. But it's mainly that. If you know that you're surrounding yourself with people who are trying to elevate themselves and you're trying to elevate yourself to a new plateau, then I would step away from them. You don't have to change your surroundings. I mean, you don't have to change people especially if you grew up with them. You have to change friends. You can still be friends with them, but then just understand, just have control. Step away from them when they're not trying to better themselves. If you're trying to better yourself, focus on that and leave those people alone.
I like it, man.
That's mainly,
And then the last one, what do you feel like was something that you wish you started doing earlier, or a mistake you used to make that now you've changed that you wish you would have been doing earlier that's helped you in your career now?
Well, for me, it was listening to my coaches. I wish I listened to my coaches a lot. You have to. It's very important. You have to listen to your coaches because your coaches know, especially those that have been in the game for a very, very, very long time and have the experience. If you don't, because that's the mistake that I made. I didn't listen to my jiu-jitsu coach when he always told me, focus on jiu-jitsu a lot, focus on wrestling a lot. Now that I've gotten to where I'm at now and I understand the reason why he said that, especially in the sport of MMA, you really need jiu-jitsu and wrestling a lot because that's what is winning. Well, even if you have like great stand-up can get you far, but not where you truly want to be.
Yeah, you got to do it all if you're trying to be a mixed martial artist.
Oh yeah, big time. It's all about that. You have to like focus on what your coaches are telling you, listen to them, work hard, and man, you'll accomplish all.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
So, first question for you: if you were talking to an up-and-coming fighter that wants to make the UFC, create a career out of this, what's your number one piece of advice?
I feel like the number one piece of advice would be really believing in yourself and making it a lifestyle. You know, it's like we have a short window of this career, so you have to make it a lifestyle. You know, you have to enjoy the training, enjoy eating clean. I feel like you can't go into it hating the diet, hating the training, hating the exercise. You have to embrace everything, and really making it a lifestyle.
I love that. And when it comes to believing in yourself, because I know that's one of those easier said than done, right? Some guys struggle with that. Any secrets that have helped you with that over the years?
Yeah, you have to really challenge yourself. I feel like you have to put yourself in different environments, different gyms. That way you can kind of feel the nerves and just really kind of, like, I don't want to say tricking yourself, but the more you repeat it, the more you start to believe it. You just really have to embrace it.
Yeah, and getting out of the comfort zone, right? Like,
that's
too many guys stay stuck in one spot, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like when you get out of your comfort zone, it makes you think differently. You see things differently, so it's a very big tip.
Yeah, I like that a lot. How about for yourself? What's one thing that you feel like you wish you knew earlier in your career, or wish you started doing earlier in your career that helps you now?
I think, one of them was making it a lifestyle. 2 would be challenge myself more. You know, I feel like it's always good staying in one spot, but I feel like going to different gyms, learning, keeping that white belt mentality. It's like you can learn anything from everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like if you stay closed-minded, then you'll be stuck in only what you see. But if you keep a open mind and learn from literally anybody, just try it out. You know, and it's training. We don't get rewards, we don't get trophies for winning in training, so I feel like the more you practice new things, the more you push yourself to try to learn new things, I feel that's what makes you better every day.
Yeah. When you say lifestyle, talk me through, like, outside of obviously show up to the gym every day and work hard, because like we all know that, right? What would you say is the top couple of things guys can do to, like, if that's where they're at, where they're just showing up and working hard every day, what are the top couple of things they can start adding to that to really feel like, okay, this is my lifestyle, it's not just something I'm doing? Yeah,
it's like, I feel like training every day is the easy part. I feel 100%. Like it's just 2 hours a day, you know? Maybe more, depends on the fighter. But what you do outside of the gym, I think that's what makes champions, 100%. That's what makes great fighters. What you read, what you see, what you watch, I feel like all that makes a big difference, you know? If you're like always, let's say, watching garbage, I feel like that goes into your brain, you know? And the way the brain works, it's like it absorbs everything. So you really have to, you just have to keep learning as a human being, as an athlete.
Yeah, dude, much appreciated. Thanks so much for doing that. All right, so first off, if you were talking to an up-and-coming fighter that wants to make it to the UFC, create this career, what's the number one piece of advice?
Number one piece of advice: train, stay in the gym, learn, get beat up, come back, try again, ask a lot of questions, man. I think that's where I started learning more, is when I started opening up and asking small details. Sometimes you can look like the athletic guy and already kind of know what you're doing, and it looks like it, but you really don't know why you do it.
Yeah.
So it's always good to just ask questions.
Understanding the why.
Yeah, understanding the why of things. It makes a lot more sense.
For guys that struggle to do that, because I know, like, that was me for a long time. I struggled to, like, I just follow instructions, struggle to actually ask why. What was it that made you finally say, like, okay, I need to actually open up and ask why, not just follow directions? Or how do you get more comfortable doing that if you're not?
I don't know. Maybe just gotta say fuck it. Like
if you actually want to do it.
Yeah, because you're trying to get better, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna let the embarrassment or the nerves or whatever of other people saying that was a dumb question or something, like, you're gonna let that get in the way.
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna say fuck it and just
that's
ask. Hey man, I don't know what I'm doing. I'd rather just ask and know what I'm doing instead of just sitting there lost. You know, I think I went so many years just being lost. So finally opening it up and finally asking those questions made me feel like I'm trying to learn now.
Yeah.
And I think the coaches gravitate towards that more when they see that you're trying to learn. And they help you out more too.
Yeah, I like that. How about for yourself? What was the biggest, what's the biggest mistake you see in up and coming guys, the guys that maybe want to make it to the top and don't end up getting to that level?
Maybe that, just worrying about who they train with too much or worrying about their records and all that, like instead of just going for it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the amateur career is meant for you to just fail.
Yeah.
try. If it works out, it works out, but just try shit out, fail, and then once you get to the pros, you're already ready to go.
Yeah. I like that. Because even like what you said, like worrying about who you train with too much, it's like one thing I feel like I see a lot is like guys that just worry too much about the wrong shit. It's like, oh, I don't want to look stupid or I don't want to look this. It's like, no, you should look stupid.
Go out there and get beat up by these guys. Man. Yeah. You should be learning.
Yeah.
At some point, you know whether or not it's a good place for you.
Yeah.
Whether you're just showing up to get beat up or if you're showing up and they're actually showing you.
If you see improvement, keep coming back and getting beat up. If you're seeing no improvement, maybe
going home hurt all the time. I don't think these people like you, bro.
How about for yourself? What was one thing that you feel like you wish you knew earlier, or wish you started doing earlier that helps you in your career now?
I just feel like I wish I took it as serious as I do now.
Yeah.
Before I was, like I said, just real talented and just going off my talent.
Yeah.
Not taking the training as serious as I should, not enjoying the process of the training camps. I was just trying to rush and just fight. I didn't care who I was fighting. I'll fight this week, next week. I don't give a fuck about training. Fighting is only important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm enjoying this process of teaching and training, and things are starting to come together a lot better. So I think just that. In the past, I wish I just took the training process a lot more serious.
What flipped the switch for you? Like, what made you decide, okay, I actually gotta do this differently now than I was?
Just wanting it more. There's so much more out there, man. I feel like I could be champion, and all I got to do is train.
Yeah. All I got to do is spend more time doing this. Like, all right.
And I'm getting beat by guys that just train harder than me. It's like, all right, man.
What am I doing?
Yeah, let's make a change, bro. And, I think I just wanted to be better. I kind of start to feel like it was possible to be a champion. And I'm like, all right, let's get there.
Yeah, when you start seeing the possibility, you start understanding, okay, I just work a little harder. How much further could I be?
Another time. All right, do it again. Do it again.
I love it, man. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Appreciate you guys having us out.
Thanks for coming.
If you had one piece of advice for an up-and-coming fighter that is looking to make it to the level that you're at right now, make a career out of the sport, what would it be?
I was thinking about something. All right, so you take 100 athletes, let's say hockey, right, where everyone thinks they got hockey figured out. Like if your kid ain't hockey and by kindergarten, he's not going to be good, right? Like, is that in Canada too? That kid's got to be on ice. That kid's got to be on ice, or he ain't going to be good.
Right from day one.
Yeah. So, like, what if 100 kids that lived that, say in a neighborhood, 100 kids that they make every kid in that neighborhood do that they started in hockey since they were fucking 3 years old, and then how many of them kids are going to make it to the pros? How many do you think?
Oh, very
that
few.
Do everything right.
Very few.
And so, like, that's what I like think about this is like you can get a guy that doesn't do anything right and can still be special, can still be a specimen. Let's say he starts like that Will kid started, just started first MMA fight and he's holding his own. He's only got one fight or whatever. And like just an example, like Steven Asplund started training. He never wrestled, he never fought, and then all of a sudden in 4 years he's holding his own against a monster. Maybe one, like in some people's eyes, like so nobody like really knows like. It's almost like if you have the passion and you want to do it, find a way to do it. You just find a way. Like you have to chase your passion. Like I don't know if I'm being recorded still or not, but like
no, we're good.
But like that's like I don't fucking know the no. I don't think anybody knows the answer. I'm like, how do you like? Because I did it.
But I think even that, like if you have the passion for it, find a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like so many people too, right? It's like. If you have a passion for something, they get caught up in like, oh, but I have to do this or I have to do that. It's like if you truly have a passion, there's only a limited time you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like find a way to do it.
But life starts lifing, right?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a trip, but you got to get lucky in this sport. You have to hit the right matchup or the right, you have to play it smart. You can't just go, hey, throw me the fucking wolves, and you got to build yourself up and be humble and take what's in front of you. And I don't know, it's a trip. Like to think about it, like to really think about like how could a guy get to the UFC or like it's fucking some luck and a lot of passion and hard work, but it's luck too. Like, you know, like in
Yeah.
because you start a kid at 3 years old. By how long is that when that kid turns 18? Does that kid even want to play hockey anymore?
A lot of them don't.
Yeah, like
they're done.
They're cooked. They don't want to, you know. So like a lot, you just gotta find out what works for you, the coaches that work for you, and the people around you. You know, surround people like-minded and are willing to work with you. You know,
Well, and I think that's big too, like the coaches and the team that work for you, because it's like not everybody's going to operate the same way. And it's like if you try to put you into a gym that operates a certain way, maybe you lose the passion for it because of the way that you're being forced to train versus finding the people that work for you. It's like when you have the right team around you doing the right things, you can fuel the passion more and turn it into something versus when you don't.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's exactly, you just have to get lucky with the people around you and that you trust. And it's hard for a kid starting out because he's, you know, a lot of kids are loyal. You know, they go to a gym and they go, oh, this is it. You know, this guy's my new dad or something like that. You know, but it's true. Like that's, you know, this guy, you know, he's a man. He fought 4 times and he knows what he's talking about. And he was good in 1980. But the reality of sport is you need to be able to move in a, like I'm trapped, so it's stupid of me saying like hypocritical, like very hypocritical, but the more places you can go and take advantage, if you have the passion and you want to do it, you should be traveling all the time to just go train, just like what you guys are doing, that.
You give a bunch of different really good steps within that. It's like finding a way to do it, because that's something that, again, life starts lifing.
Yeah.
But it's like if you have a passion for it, doesn't matter, life starts lifing, you got to find a way. And it's like, I know you've got a lot of shit going on, but you still find a way to be in the gym doing all the things you need to do. Whereas a lot of people go, oh, no, I got too much shit going on, I'll get back to it later. And
then it dies.
Yeah, it's not a fucking option to get back to it later. You got to do the thing if you're going to do the thing.
You only get a short window to do it.
Yeah, and then it's like, but again, the same thing with like the passion to traveling to train and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, not everybody has that luxury all the time, but it's like the same idea. The more you can go out into the world, the more different looks you're getting, the better you're going to become as an athlete. Like, there's a lot of really good pieces in that.
Yeah,
For yourself, what was one mistake that maybe you made early on, or one mistake that you see with young guys coming up that that you wish more people would understand now with the experience you've got?
Don't get so locked in on a skill set. These guys are training equally as you are training for them. So if you think there's a hole in their game, you know, you should take a look in the mirror, because there's probably a hole in your game. If you think you're a striker, you're a great striker, and I'm just going to rely on striking, well, obviously there's a big hole, you know. And so I think that mine was, I relied on wrestling a lot, and it got me here. And if you want to be a mixed martial artist, you got to do it all. You can't just rely on one thing. If you want to just wrestle, go to train for the Olympics. If you want to just box, try boxing, you know. So you should be handicapping yourself in practices for your skill set when you can. If you're going against killers, do what you got to do, you know. Like when you guys are here, you know, you're sparring, don't say, hey, I'm not going to wrestle today against some of the best guys in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, but in practices and back home, handicap yourself and put yourself in bad positions. Don't be afraid to lose, you know. It's practice. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I love that, man, because too many people have the big ego about it.
Yeah.
So I gotta look a certain way, I gotta do this. No, just go in and learn. And like, that's what I loved about this whole thing, right?
Yeah, it was fun seeing that.
Yeah, so many of the guys being like, man, I've like felt this way or that way. It's such a cool thing to just see, like, even, you know, talking like, I just like put my hand up, said, let's fucking go with that guy.
Yeah.
That's the way you gotta be to get better at this stuff, right?
In practice too. Nobody's getting paid. You're getting experience, and you're getting, like that guy said, I got to see where I was today, you know. And it's all good stuff.